guys, now we will learn to draw how to draw a realistic eyeball. Okay, let's start. First we will start by drawing a simple circle. Okay, now if you observe any eyes, most of them actually contain a point where they are getting a light, like where the light is reflecting in their eyes. Actually, that is the thing which makes, actually that is one of the elements which makes realistic eyes look realistic. So just take any flash, like any shape you can take. Now we will start by shading it. Shading is the most important thing to achieve a perfect realistic eye. I'm just telling for beginners, so even I don't consider myself a perfectionist, but I'm a beginner too. So let's start by shading the middle part of the, which we call pupil. Just remember, no matter what you do, you just don't end up shading these points where the light is falling. My circle is a little bit not, my circle is not so even, so I'll just correct it a little bit. Okay, now after we are done with the pupil, we will shade the outer edge of the eyeball. Okay, now we are done with shading this outer edge. Now just let's blend out a little bit. I am using a cotton bud. Actually, cotton bud is more than enough for beginners, so trust me, we can blend very easily with cotton buds. After we are done, we will now start making little strokes from the pupil. They don't have to be the same size. You can just do it like this. It just adds a depth to the eyeball. Don't worry about them being the same size. The unevenness is what makes it look real. Just remember not to do that in the. Now let us like blend it out again. Again, I'll be using a cotton bud. After doing this, we can darken the pupil a little bit more so that it doesn't get completely blended out with the strokes we just made. Add some definition, details. Okay. Now using another pencil, which is, you can use the same pencil too, but apply some lighter pressure and draw very fine lines from the outer edge of the eyeball towards the inside of the pupil. Also shade it a little bit, very little bit. Now blend it all out. Again, I'm using a cotton bud. Now after this is done, we will darken the above part of the eyeball. It just adds a little more depth and some realistic effect. Don't do it all the way through, just the top half. Go lighter as you go towards the pupil and darker as you are near the edge of the eyeball. Now blend it all out again. There you go. It's the simplest way of drawing an realistic eyeball. Just make it neat. Actually, drawing an eyeball depends on the picture we are taking the reference of, but generally, this is how we do it. Okay.